No he traído ni Minecraft ni Roblox. Traje a través uno de un ladrón de diamante. Ahora traigo este, que somos unos cuidadores de cerdos. Me encanta que el título esté en español y el juego esté en inglés. Es maravilloso eso, me encanta. Y bueno, vamos a la parte que importa acá. Primero bajarle un poco el volumen porque presiento que va a estar muy alto. Entonces, yo asumo que así también. Hi. Eh, Somos básicamente unos cuidadores de cerdos. Que la mafia nos trae cuerpos para que escondamos. Y nosotros estamos cansados de que vengan a darnos los cuerpos. Así que un día nos le plantamos cara. Básicamente es eso el juego. No sé cómo es, no tengo ni idea. Pero bueno, vamos a darle a New Game y vamos a comprobarlo. Si arranca. Silencio. Me encanta el diseño que tiene. Ok. Justo cuando justo cuando miro para otro lado es cuando. ¿Hola? La confesión.
I can't do this anymore.
What?
This.
What?
Una cosa que me equivoqué.
Good morning?
No. All of this.
You mean the deal?
Afraid so.
What do you mean? You need better pay, different hours?
No, nothing like that. I'm just, you know, done with this.
Uh-huh. Okay. You wanna...
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Here you go. So, you're done, huh?
Yep.
You do understand what that means, right?
No te escuché, flaco. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
I don't think you do.
I do.
And you still think you can quit?
Yeah, it's a free country.
This isn't that kind of job.
But,
Me gustaría estar prestando
All the
atención, pero
same.
estoy dando a comer a los cerditos.
I am
Así
done.
que,
Nothing I can do to change your mind.
saben que la mitad no estoy prestando atención, ¿no? Porque yo estoy dándole de comer al cerdo, así que... sí.
Now
Sí.
you are welcome to try.
Sí. Me gusta.
Well, let's go get some coffee. Talk things over.
¿Qué pasó? Estaba en silencio total para que se escuchara todo lo que dicen. El desayuno. La 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 la.
Smells delicious as always.
Ah, Sadie was the real cook.
Hey, don't sell yourself short. Not much that's better than your home-cooked eggs.
Hope you don't mind, I left out the bell peppers this time.
Come.
Can't stand them.
Inspeccionar. No sé por qué no me apareció el subtítulo en todo el camino. Jalapeño.
Put jalapenos in them once. Never again.
I don't know. That might be tasty.
Well, if you say so.
Not to change the subject, but how long have we been doing this for, you think?
No me quedes envenenar, flaco. ¿No?
15 years, just about.
Summer of
Tengo
78.
los auriculares
Why we
atrás.
meet? What was it?
Ah, sí. Escuché verano. Necesito plata.
Needed the scratch.
What did you need the scratch for again?
Wasn't too popular with the folks back home. Had to make ends meet.
Bajo este juego
And
no...
Bill
no...
needed surgery you couldn't afford.
Yes.
Well, here's what I
What?
remember. I had a problem that night, and Jimmy was trying to help me solve that problem when who should come in through that door but you?
Me encanta que sea con las teclas, donde no tengo que darle clic a nada, entonces así puedo estar paseando por el menú. ¿Qué pasa si no le contesto? No. No. Es que estoy muy pensativo, ¿sabes? Entonces, claro, no contesto rápido porque estoy muy pensativo.
Jimmy was always bragging about connections back home. I thought he could
Pensaba que iba a
help.
pasar algo cuando no...
Jimmy knew we could help
no
each other,
hablara, no me
so
contestaba en
he
ninguna de
called
las
up
opciones.
Tony.
Dije, se
We
va a enojar
agreed,
o
made a
decirme,
deal.
ay, qué feo, no me hablaste o no me respondiste.
We all agreed. Ugh. Anyone ever tell you you're no good at making coffee?
Sé que la voy a cagar.
Sadie did. All the time.
Thought you'd have got it better by now.
Well, Sadie made the coffee. I made the bacon.
It's
No.
good bacon.
Qué interesante.
You know, when I was a kid, I thought pigs were all pink with curly tails.
Yorkshires are. Mine are red wattle. American breed. Not a lot of them out there, you know.
That's so.
Mm-hmm. Always thought it'd be nice, you know, to raise pigs that was different. I had some Yorkies way back. Must have been, I don't know, before the service.
Long time ago.
Yeah, I'm an old man.
Ok.
You and me both. So why the Waddles? Huh, funny name.
Like I said,
Me gustó,
American breed. Nearly went extinct. Thought I'd do my part to keep them alive. And it tastes good.
You aren't wrong. You know, the other day, I was
Yes.
reading the paper.
Look at you, an
Vamos a ir
intellectual.
comiendo porque...
Yeah, maybe. Anyways, I read that pigs were as smart as us. You believe that?
Chai. ¿Eh?
I suppose so.
Supuse eso.
How smart do you reckon?
I do believe I know pigs smarter than people.
Miren que la duda a veces
Not
hay
a
que
particularly
decirlo.
high bar.
We ain't that smart.
Do you think the pigs know
Know what?
that they're food?
Oh, pigs don't think like that.
¿Se imaginan que me
How do you know?
rompen la
'Cause
ventana
I know
disparando y
pigs.
empiezan pa,
Pigs
y
ain't
la mafia
like
me mata?
us. Well, sure, they're
Qué final más
smart.
rápido
They
sería.
eat, they sleep, but they do not plan.
También podría estar
Don't think about
prestando
the
atención a lo que
future.
dice, ¿no?
And I suppose you do?
Every man does.
I think...
Acabo de... Ahí está. Ahora sí. Confirmo.
I'm just about finished up here. What do you say
Che, ¿no vas a comer?
I accompany you today?
Te felicito la compañía. Pero...
What, help out with the farm chores?
Mafia.
Shovel manure, milk goats, stuff like that?
Sure. Always wanted to know how to milk goat.
As long as you're okay with shoveling manure
Me encanta que
first.
todo tiene el nombre menos
What about
la
your
mesa.
sidekick?
Protege. When I retire, he'll be the man you'll be dealing with.
¿Vos qué tienes?
Good
Tu,
guy. Smart. Discreet. Ambitious.
Like you, I guess. But,
¿Qué tiene
listen.
esto?
I told you already.
Infinito,
I'm quitting.
We'll see.
Está. Siempre que hace ese ruido es cuando se viene ¿cuál? Un corte. Me he dado cuenta de eso. Ok. Vamos para el de 26 metros. Ok, que puedo correr. Me gusta eso.
I've always wondered what was in this shack.
¿Cómo corriste
Figured it
tanto?
was just some old shack at first, but every time I asked what was in there, you haven't been forthcoming.
I have not, no.
Tried to take a look in the window once.
Did you now?
Ok.
Ta-da! Beautiful, right?
Pop machines. Here I figured you had a deep, dark secret.
We have a deep, dark secret. This here is one of my hobbies.
What, collecting them?
Well, sure, I collect them, I guess, but that's not really the point.
Is there a point to any hobby?
Well, it depends.
Y
What
si
I
no
meant
vamos,
was that it's
este
no
lugar no
fun
me
to just
gusta.
collect them. I fix them up. That's where the real fun is.
Makes sense.
Mejor que ando con el mouse para allá para acá. Para allá para acá tengo...
You look like you want to ask me something.
Why pop machines?
I like a good soda pop.
And the jump from that to having a bunch of machines in a blacked out shed?
I used to work at the town library after school, and somebody thought it would
Che,
be a
como
good
que son muy
idea to
delgados
create
con
a
los
pop
brazos,
machine.
¿no?
50, 51, thereabouts.
Bien,
Anyways,
tanto
it was
aprovecho para decir que
cantankerous, as these things
también
tend to
pueden
be, especially
seguirme en
back
mis redes que
then.
estarán abajo en la
And
descripción.
Mrs.
Y
Olsen,
en
she was the
unirse al servidor
librarian
Discord,
at the time.
que también estará
Knew I
abajo en la
was
descripción.
handy, asked me to fix it.
And
Pueden
you've been
dejar su like
fixing pop machines ever since.
mientras
Well,
este
not
flaquito
exactly.
sigue hablando.
Didn't think much of it for years until after some time I got back from
Mirá, la pose
overseas.
superhéroe me hace una
I was
pose
at this
superhéroe.
junkyard and I saw a Krugerschmidt. in
Acá, no puedo ir para allá.
A what?
a Krugerschmidt. Yeah, jumble the words, I know, probably French or something.
¿Por qué
Sounds
Dur me dice
German.
la...
German. Yeah, that makes sense. Anyways, it looked so dilapidated that I just had to take it home and fix it.
Agarra un bate,
Of
agarra algo.
course, you know how the wife is.
Mira,
She
este es el
just
momento
about
preciso para
threw
agarrar
a hissy
el
fit.
martillo y
But I
encajarte
brought
así,
her to
¡pah!
this here shed and got to
¡pah!
work.
En la cabeza.
Fixed
No
up
sepa
real
ni qué lo
nice,
atacó.
Then what?
Pero...
Had myself a
No
nice pop. And then I sold it and figured that was all there was to it. But then there was an auction in town and someone was selling a pair of Vendos. Well, I figured, hey, I could fix that too.
And it snowballed from there.
That it
Se me
did.
ríe. O sea, me río yo de él.
Why?
It relaxes me.
I don't know, soda machines. It's an unusual thing for a man to want
Me
to
encanta
fix.
cuando en la vida
Don't
decís,
people get paid to fix them?
It is unusual, but when the missus and I would get into fights or
me sorprende que tenga botón
things
para
were
agacharse
bad
esto.
or I was anxious, well, I don't know. Well, Sadie's sister, when she passed, told me that it was all right to cry, that it wasn't weakness, that it was okay, and I was sitting there in that empty living
No.
You should miss her.
Of course I did. Still do.
Ahí está. Esta es
I
la
don't
mejor
know.
bebida.
Not everybody needs to cry.
Mirá,
I don't need to cry. I don't get in that way, you
mira,
know.
todas las bebidas hacen daño.
Weakness? No. I don't know what she was talking about, weakness. Crying never felt weak to me. That's just not how I am.
Esto,
I can't remember the last time
toma,
I cried.
un regalo.
It was a movie about a boy and his dog.
Oh, I'll always cry over that.
Ese sin querer. Ah,
Not
no,
good.
pero...
Innocent.
Toma,
Yeah,
ya
when a
agarraste
dog
una, agarra
dies, that
dos.
always moves me to tears.
No
But
me
Josie insisted.
dejo
Then
de
she
tirarme.
kept insisting. But then, I don't know, I think she got offended I wouldn't cry, as if she loved Sadie more than me.
Lima, me falta.
And she made me feel like I was something wrong.
Pero dame Lima.
Of course, that wasn't true. There wasn't nothing wrong with me.
Lima,
I just
bueno,
didn't.
estaba Lima.
I wasn't like that. It wasn't what I needed. It wasn't how I needed to grieve. This is how I grieve. This right here. When I got a problem, I fix it. And when I fix it, I fix a little part of me.
Tú.
And I don't know how or why, but it's healing.
Y
It's
allá
a
abajo
healing
están
thing.
todas
That's
las
why a
bebidas
man's
del
got to
negocio.
have a hobby.
¿Se dan cuenta que no entendí mitad de lo que dijo,
No.
no? Porque estuve distraído
No,
tirando
it's all right.
latita.
I figured, I figured if someone's got to know. This is my quiet little hobby.
¿No puedo volar?
A thing I do to help me work out my worries.
Well, yeah. Looks like you fixed this one up real nice.
No tengo
I'm
piernas.
proud of it. Proud of all of them. But I'm proud of this one most.
Thank you for taking the time to show me.
There's another reason I wanted to show this to you.
What's that?
If you want it, it's yours.
What am I going to do with a pop machine?
Well, grab yourself a nice, refreshing drink of soda every so often, you big dummy.
Yo creo que elegí justo el lugar que más
I
habla.
couldn't possibly.
Yeah. Please. A little memento of our time again.
¿Podemos buscar ahí?
Come
No,
on,
no,
Memento. Let's keep this train rolling. We can work something out.
Come back by, pick up the soda machine.
Casi,
Take it home with you. Or don't.
Casi.
If you really got no use for it, I won't be offended.
casi.
I'll think it over.
No puedo invocarlo.
What's that?
¡No puedo invocar! ¿Qué? Ah, tengo que ir. No, no me gusta el lugar. Ah, pero que tenemos que hacer todos estos lugares. Sale automáticamente, me gusta porque no me tengo que gastar en nada. pala.
What's the wheelbarrow for?
Hauling.
Hauling what?
Shit.
Ah, and what are we supposed to do with this crap?
We are going to fertilize. Well, not now, it's October, but we're going to put it in a nice big pile where it
Ah,
belongs.
¿dónde estamos al principio? Estábamos yo.
Well, you did say you wanted to help.
Yeah, guess I did.
So help. Pick up that shovel over there. We'll shovel it in, wheel it out, dump it, and we're good.
And you do this every
Voy a
day.
estar esta mañana.
Most every day.
And you want to keep doing this every day.
It's my routine.
Shoveling shit.
Someone got to do it.
That,
Me mandaron a vos también a hacer este trabajo, ¿no?
Oh, yeah?
Vietnam.
Yeah.
You know, I did some digging on you. Personally, not the shit kind.
Yo creo que ya está.
You know what I found?
I reckon you'll tell me.
You went back.
¡Vamos!
What happened that day in the valley?
You saw the report.
Solo puedo darle para adelante, así que...
Come on.
No.
Suit yourself.
¿Dónde vamos a esconder el cuerpo?
Didn't have to go back. Had a wife and kid here. In a time where most of us were trying to figure out how to stay home. Not back.
You going somewhere with this?
Ok.
Think it'd be fun if you told
Soy
me
yo
why.
el único que no sospecharía para nada de estos 6 lugares.
You know that, I reckon. Was
Totalmente
in the
normal.
hospital, staring at the ceiling.
Flaco,
Magazines
tuvimos que haber
next to
pedido
my
las palas.
bed.
¿Cómo vamos a tirar todo acá?
I had this, moment. A moment of clarity.
A revelation.
Uh-huh. And the revelation was this. Them protesters weren't doing a damn thing. The hippies and the bands weren't changing anything. You know who was?
The Vietnamese? The Russians?
No. The news. You hit someone hard enough day in, day out with the realities of war, pretty soon they'll tire of it. Vietnam, that was our first time that close to war. So, I figured,
You figured.
you ain't the only one of us who's killed people.
Why do you think I offered you that job back in '74?
Turned it down for the same
Interesante
reason I
la
went
historia que estás
back. They were telling us our patriotic duty was to go and fight for our country. Well, that's what I
contando. Y
did.
este flaco, ¿qué tenemos que hacer?
You weren't recon when you went back, though.
Went back with a camera.
Aquí no me agarra, aquí
Talking
no
to
me
them,
agarra.
letting me help
Aquí
with
no
the
me
press,
agarra.
keeping them safe.
La
and
la
all
la
that.
la 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 la
I
la
took
la.
pictures.
No me agarra, no me agarra. No, no, no. No, no,
I
no.
fought in a different way.
No, no, no.
You win.
Dejo mío.
We pulled out a
No
nab,
me
didn't we?
agarra, no me agarra.
And now
No
you're
me
here.
agarra.
Great
No
big
me
warrior.
agarra.
Shuffling shit.
No me agarra.
Shoving the
Casi
shit.
me agarra. Pero casi. Siguiente. ¿Dónde vamos? Acá. Ya que tengo al lado, como este. Ábrete, César. Ah, vos me estás jodiendo.
Why horseshoes? It just seems, I don't know, quaint.
Well, look around you. My nearest neighbor lives, half a mile down the road. It ain't the city.
Vos me estás
We
jodiendo
don't
que
have
tengo para eso.
nightclubs and pool
Para
halls
esto
to
estuvimos
go hang
practicando
out.
cuál es la tita.
Full
Para
halls?
esto.
What is this, 1890? This is 1992, friend. We got shopping malls for teenagers, restaurants, clubs, whatever. But pool halls? I don't even know if they had those when I was a kid.
Uh-huh. Time doesn't pass out here as quickly, I suppose. No need for all that, stimulation.
Ah,
Me
so
encantan las poses
you
que
play
pone.
horseshoes.
Or read a good book. Develop photos you took for yourself. Go fly fishing.
It sounds idyllic. Quaint, but idyllic. And you just want to give up this home-cooked paradise?
That's lonely, too.
We could get you a nice place in the city.
Never was one for
Qué cosa
crowds.
feo.
Like you said, you were lonely.
I'd be just as lonely in a
mofó.
crowd. Sadie, she, nobody else could really see me, understand what I was.
How do you figure?
¡Ay, casi!
Saigon when I got back. all these people were hugging their loved ones or protesting or whatever, and
Pero él siempre me gana.
I never felt more alone in all my life. I was home. I should have been happy, and I wasn't.
Well, it wasn't a popular war. You lost friends too, right?
Yeah. But
La mandé lejos.
when I got home, it was dark, and there was Sadie.
Sí, 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 sí. Ah.
waiting
Uy, que
for
estamos a
me.
punto de perder. Que pierden el final.
Porch light like a halo around her head.
No, no
And I
rebotó.
knew I
Volvió
wasn't
para
alone
atrás.
anymore.
Que se vaya. Que se vaya, que no
So you
llegue.
came back to your high school sweetheart.
No!
I thought
Sí, fue para
he'd
allá.
have married her by then. I didn't think she'd wait for me.
Why not? You're a handsome guy. But all sorts
Rápido,
wanted you.
hay que
Especially
ganarle
back
esto.
then. Women love a man in uniform.
You see that house on the hill?
What, the burned out one? I always
¿Qué
wondered what
auto?
happened there.
Ya me
Gary
ganó.
Gordon
3.900.
of the Gordon family. Went to high school with us.
Sí, sí, sí. Eso está fuera. Eso está fuera.
Now, most of
No,
us were
no,
farm
no.
folk.
Eso no vale. Eso está fuera.
Sadie,
Eso
her
está
dad,
fuera.
was the county judge, so for us that's pretty high
Eso está
society.
fuera.
The Gordons owned a lot of land and all that passed
Me
to
jodió
Gary
aquello que
after
se me
his
fue.
mom
No
died.
entiendo cómo.
In high school, he'd been our quarterback after his pop paid off the school, but he wasn't a bad athlete.
Good looking guy?
Oh, a real James Dean. And he had eyes for Sadie.
Te hubiera ganado. Te hubiera ganado. Quiero que lo sepas. Te hubiera ganado si aquella maldita pieza no se hubiera ido para acá.
Shit, what kind of contest
Pero
was
se me fue para
that?
allá lejos.
Hey, who would want all this?
Mirá. Yo te
Man,
veo con el
yet,
martillo
when
estaba
I came
allá.
home,
Me caes bien.
there she
Flaco.
was.
Where was Gary?
¿Se cuenta que
searched
la
too?
piedra parece del planeta Tierra?
Gary was too rich to serve. Star quarterback had some health exemption. Didn't get drafted.
Uh-huh. So then, where was he?
Running his dad's business. Trying to win her heart. Didn't work. Well, she invited him to the wedding. I didn't want him there, but, well, you know Sadie.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Ajá.
Gordon's
Me
owned
encanta
most
el...
of the property
Ajá.
around here, including the 200 acres surrounding that hill.
Right.
And he built a house.
How? Wait. That house?
The very same.
Looks like it was a mansion.
It
¿Cuánto
was.
parece de otro día?
Why'd he build it?
Zapatos.
I don't know.
Bueno, yo no tengo piernas.
To remind her what she'd given up, maybe?
So,
Como dije en un
what
pasado,
happened to the wealthy
soy un
Gary
alien, no
Gordon
tengo
in his
piernas.
mansion?
Well,
como dije hace
he
varios
built it
años.
1 year. Must have been
Dejo el video donde dije eso en la
1966 or
descripción.
so, and we went
que
inside
aprovechar
and he just
para
disappeared.
hacer publicidad.
And one night, about a year later, there was a storm, and
Sí, flaco, querés restregarme más que ganaste.
No,
Ganaste,
Gary
felicidades, chao. Pega un tiro en...
No more Gary
Pumba,
Gordon.
así, pumba.
maybe he was lonely too.
Maybe. I won. Guess this city slicker's still got it. What's next?
Díganme. Mi. El caballo.
Don't you want to try?
What?
Well, pigs I get. Goats too. Some fellas have chickens and cows, and that's all well and good, but what's the point of a horse?
Horses are God's most beautiful creature.
What, you just keep a horse around because they're beautiful?
Horses belong on farms.
Uh-huh.
Come, caballito.
Well, you haven't got a saddle for him, so you
Otro.
don't ride him. There's no racehorse.
Otra,
Can't eat him.
otra.
What's the point?
I don't see the point in a farm
Otra.
without a horse. Gotta
Otra,
have a horse.
otra. Otra. Otra.
Something beautiful. Beautiful. Really. Beautiful, he says.
Otra.
Spindly legs and bloated bellies and those weird teeth. Sleep standing up. Who sleeps standing up? Something
Otra.
wrong with that.
Yo
Are you
creo
gonna
que yo
say
le di de
something?
comer al gato.
One day maybe this fella will understand. There you go. There you go.
To me, I mean.
I keep apples here 'cause he likes them. Like the salt lick, too.
Yo de mientras me
Wanna
trago
feed 'em
brazos
all?
largos
Nah, I'm
y
good.
flaco, no hace nada. Yo le estoy dando a comer al
Suit
caballo.
yourself.
Me
All
encanta que
right,
ponga
here you
la
go,
guía
boy.
ahora. Dale
No,
comer al
no, I
caballo.
gotta get
Le
going.
estoy dando manzana todo el
Why
tiempo.
don't you walk on out to pasture, rest a spell?
Chao, caballo.
Horses give me the willies.
Me dejo así.
Sí, guay.
Y cae seco el caballo. Normal con todo lo que le di de comer. No he dejado de darle comida al caballo. Es normal que caiga sin poder moverse. Y último lugar para...
You know, back home they call you the pig farmer.
Description is apt.
And yet, you also have goats.
I do also
No, puse
have
la E y el...
and a horse. And I had a dog. Tried cows once. Bill raised a newt or something, but it died.
Well, most people have, I don't know, chickens and
Me
cows.
encanta que cuando te
You
estás
got
acercando al
goats.
límite te va moviendo más lento.
Is that judgment I hear?
No judgment, no. Just wondering, why goats?
Goat milk.
There can't be much profit in that.
Well, there's enough. Besides, I had you.
Have. You still have.
As I've said,
Interesante.
no longer interested in that particular revenue stream.
We're the ones who sever ties. And you don't want us severing ties.
I believe I made myself clear.
You know, I feel like we've had this conversation a couple of times now, and you still don't seem to get that I'm done with this line is just gonna look really silly at the end of the day.
You were asking me about goats.
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
I like them.
Me encanta cuando
They
responde
like
yeah.
to play. They eat just about
Es
anything.
ese estilo.
The milk's an acquired taste, but
Me
I've always
encanta
liked
cuando responde ese
cheese.
estilo.
Meat's good with the right curry. A friend taught me that a while back.
So, you like them for the utility?
I like them because they're playful. Want to get started?
Estoy
Start.
solo todo callado porque acá no tengo nada para tocar ni nada para... Sí. Sit, dale. ¿Dónde sit? Si no me puedo sentar. Creo que me metí en el lugar que no tenía que meterme. Sí, me metí en el lugar que no tenía que meterme.